Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Marquette Golden Eagles Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Today we're taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd here in Huntington, West Virginia from Joan C. Edwards Stadium. Marshall comes in rocking a 5-game winning streak as they sit at 5-3 undefeated in Conference USA play. Marquette sporting a 3-game winning streak of their own as they also are at 5-3. Each team here looking to clinch a bowl berth this season. It would be the first for Marquette coming here in year 2. And now we're set for the opening coin toss. And this may very well be our toughest matchup remaining on the schedule. We do have Purdue in the final week, although they are 1-7, but still a Big Ten program nonetheless, and would pose a huge challenge for us. We do win the opening coin toss and we'll elect a kick. We like getting the ball at halftime. Starting at quarterback for Marshall, Rakeem Cato, coming off a 340-yard, 3-touchdown performance, and he is one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Currently second in the nation in quarterback rating, a 17-3 touchdown interception ratio, and he's playing lights out here in his senior year. And a quick completion there for Fraunefeld, and a missed face mask call, and we'll certainly take that. 2nd and 3 now as Marshall hurries back to the line. We're going to see a lot of that today. Cato back for another drop back. And Jazz King, a nice snag there at the 38. And that was fit into a tight window. Fresh at the downs here as Marshall moves the chains. And that's going to be a throwaway from Cato. Some good coverage from Marquette. Now 2nd and 10, Cato in the shotgun. Makes an adjustment and he'll take the snap. And a Schuler, a good play coming back to the ball. And he does pick up some yardage after the catch. Marcus Dixon, a good shoestring tackle. But not before Schuler gets 21 on a quick scurry. 1st and 10 now, Marshall keeping up the tempo. There's a fake as Cato keeps, and then he's brought down by Tyler Black, not before picking up 12 and a first down. Another first down here for Marshall. Looks like they'll set up a screen for Grooms, his first touch, and a good play downhill by Highsmith as he read that all the way. 2nd and 11 now, just a minute through this first quarter. Fraunefeld in motion. Cato takes a snap. Looks like they'll set up another screen as Grooms is brought down by Clarence Thurman. A good read, good pursuit, and good finish from our defensive tackle. 3rd and 9 now. Marquette looking to force a field goal. There's a completion for Fraunefeld, and Davin Rice just misses the tackle. And a first down conversion here for Marshall. 1st and 10 now. Cato, a delay give there for Grooms. And good pursuit there. That was Marcus Dixon out of the slot to get there on the run stop. 2nd and 8 now. Watts in the back. And a completion there at the sideline. Craig Wilson picks up 3. Another 3rd down here. Now inside at the 10. And another give here for Grooms. And he just barely picks up. I'm sorry, that was Watson. And he just barely picks up the first down. Wow. I thought the knee was definitely down before he was able to reach there. But now 1st and goal from the 5. And Daniel Armstrong in there, but wow, good running there inside by Watson. Very shifty as he carves into the end zone. Showing some good toughness there in relief of Grooms. Broke a tackle there in the backfield and redirected in and finished to give Marshall the opening score of the game. And our first studio update of the day, we see Ohio State falls for the first time in this series. Defending national champions lose there at home against Michigan State. Connor Cook defeats Braxton Miller. Miller with 5 touchdowns. West Virginia loses to Oklahoma State. Florida, number 6, defeats number 8 South Carolina in a battle of top 10 SEC teams. And that will certainly bode well for the Gators. Good week here of college football so far. As you know, after this week, we only have 3 games left. We'll have at Tulane next week as Campbell fields here. And just runs into his own man. Fumbles, but that's got to be ground forced. That's got to be ground forced or else we're in trouble. And that was a bizarre return from Campbell. I'm not sure what that was about. And they are going to review, and I'm almost 100% certain this is coming back. We'll get one look at it here, and that's not even close. So the play was reversed, and Marquette will take over at the 18, looking to answer that Marshall touchdown drive. And the first drop back for Haywood, he hits Scott Dixon over the middle. An 8-yard pickup for the tight end. 2nd and 2 now. Theo Briggs in the backfield, led by fullback Jeff Harris, as Briggs powers ahead, picks up 4 in the first down. Now Dowling subs in at running back, and he'll get the carry. Goes to the left, breaks a tackle, and picks up 5. Some good quick running there by Dowling. 2nd and 5 now. Marquette at the 35. Haywood a drop back. Quick pass there for Shane Lytle. And Lytle picks up 9, another first down as Marquette moves the chains. Haywood a very strong performance last week, over 200 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes. Dixon in motion. And they'll give back to Dowling, this time to the right. A good block there by Scott Dixon in space. And Dowling a strong run there, picks up 14 as he works across midfield. 1st and 10 now as we hit the 3-minute mark in this first quarter. They'll give back to Dowling. Good blocking up front. And good vision by Dowling. Goes ahead for 8. A strong opening drive from Dexter Dowling. 2nd and 2 now. Haywood a drop back. And good patience in the pocket there as he hit Jordan Pinson over the middle. And Pinson works really well on those slants. But we do want to get him incorporated vertically a bit more. Another first down for the Golden Eagles. And they'll give here back to Dowling. And good shift there as Marshall crashed down and ate up that run. That's a 1-yard loss. A good play by Steve Dillon. Now 2nd and 11, probably the only negative play so far on this drive. Haywood back to pass. And he gets his tight end Grant Cooper over the middle. And a good route by Cooper gets a little bit of separation as Haywood fit it right in the hands. 11 yards and a first down. Now inside the red zone, Storm Norwood out there for the first time. And he'll get the carry. Good blocking. And we have kind of dominated the trenches play so far. And something coming in that I noted is Marshall's back 7 is definitely better than their front 7. So that's something we're kind of exploiting already. And we'll look to carry that on as this game progresses. 2nd and 5 now, less than a minute in this first quarter. Another gift for Storm Norwood. And a good second effort, although that just goes for 3. Although it sets him up with a favorable 3rd and 2. Now 3rd and 2 will have Tyson Bolt out there for the first time. Not really the best short yardage back. And he is stopped short. That's going to bring up a 4th and inches. And we definitely got to go for it here. That will just take us into the second quarter though. Most likely going to go for it, but we do have a tough decision to make. Marshall leads the first quarter 7-0, but Marquette right on the doorstep. So now a 4th and inches from the 6 for Marquette, and we'll go back to Old Reliable with Harrison Briggs in the backfield. We haven't had good luck on 4th downs, but this seems like a slam dunk. And we give it to Harris as he converts, and he'll set us up with a 1st and goal from the 3 or 4 yard line. 1st and goal now, Marquette inside the 5. And they will give a Haywood a pass here, and he fumbles on the drop back as that's recovered by Thompson. And a crucial turnover there. And Dillon just overpowers. I think that was Jackson Lyles at left guard. And that's a clean fumble. Haywood loses possession. And Marshall, what a clutch turnover there. And, I really shouldn't be passing inside the 5 there, but I'm just trying to mix it up. It's super easy to just run it in every time. And I do like the parity that it kind of provides doing some passes down there. So an unlucky turnover as we fumble on the drop back. I was trying to hope for a quick pass there, but now we'll have to fight back. Marshall looking to pour it on here as Marquette just seems a little deflated right now. Now a 2nd and 2 from the Thundering Herd. As Cato will keep there, and he has a lot of green grass going ahead. Breaks a Goddard tackle, and then Juice Campbell cleans it up as Cato works to the 47, 23 yards for the quarterback. 1st and 10 now, Marshall already at midfield. Cato drops back to pass. He's going downfield, and Tyler Black makes a play on it at the sideline. Good close there to disengage and knock that free. And they are going to review this. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to review. Are they reviewing a pass interference? Is that a thing? I don't know what just is going on right now. Play stands. You got to think. Play reverse. So what is happening? So it's 2nd and 10. I have no idea. Nothing changed, right? It said play reverse, but nothing changed, right? I don't know. That was a weird one. Anyway, 2nd and 10 now. Cato drops back to pass. And he's hit as he throws. I'm not sure who was there on the pressure. But we certainly needed that. Now it sets up the Thundering Herd for a 3rd and 10. And we definitely need to stop here. It seems like we get when we get Marshall to these 3rd downs there on the opening drive, they just seem to pull it out just barely on their conversions. Fronefel in motion, the impact player tight end. And he does get the ball here. Trucks Marcus Dixon. Marcus Dixon's definitely not fitted for that one-on-one matchup. There is a flag, though. And the clipping. I have not put the slider down yet, but we'll get to it eventually. Jazz King wipes out a big play from Marshall. A 1st and 10 turns into a 3rd and 16. Doc Holliday having a little words there with the official. 3rd and 16 now for the Golden Eagles, trying to force a punt here after the turnover. And Cato is dragged down by Gavin Battaglia. Who else? Our program's all-time leader in sacks, although we're not even through 2 years, but kind of a free rush there. And he's ripping Cato down. Good play there. Marquette's getting the ball back. Pinson on for the return. Works right. Has some space. Makes a man miss. Still going out to the 50. And a crafty 28-yard return there from Pinson gives Marquette good field position. Marquette working with a short field here. Haywood takes the snap. That's Grant Cooper again over the middle. Bounces off a tackle and then hit hard there. But he does pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10 now. Marquette into Marshall territory. Haywood rolls right. Just gets that out for Cooper. And a desperate play there. Just goes for a yard. 2nd and 9 now. Haywood in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He'll just swing this out for the running back. Storm Norwood gets it. And he loses a yard now. 3rd and 10. Haywood out there in the empty set on this 3rd down. And good throw there. Hits Pinson right in the break. And good timing there. Clutch reception there by Pinson. Keeps the chains moving. Marquette looking to strike. And Pinson just reaches his stem with a lot of acceleration and good quickness to turn into the route. Marquette stays out there empty. Lytle in motion. They'll fake a jet sweep. And Haywood's going to run it. Not known for his running ability. And I think that certainly caught Marshall off guard. A 9-yard run there from Jake Haywood. 2nd and 1 now. Theo Briggs the lone back. And he'll get the give here in the short yardage situation. And they convert. A fresh set of downs here from Marquette inside the red zone. 3:10 left in the half. And he'll throw there for Grant Cooper. And he's stuck hard there right after the catch, but he hangs on. And now a 1st and goal. Marquette looking to hang on this time as they're right on the doorstep. Haywood started 9 for 9 for 73. They come out in the 2 tight end set. And I guess they didn't learn last time. They'll throw here, and they go try it for Thomas on the curl. And luckily that just goes wide. All right, no more playing around. Let's just try and pound it in here. We have 3 tight ends on the field. Dexter Dowling, the lone back. And we'll give it to him. And Dowling, knee just goes down. We'll just hurry back to the line and do it again here. Now the 3rd and goal from the inch-yard line. And Dowling, an easy touchdown as Marquette will even it up here, pounding the extra point. And our offensive line, especially in run blocking, has done a very good job thus far. Good push up front and an easy 6 for Dowling. Now 2:30 here in the half for Marshall as they take over from the 30. Cato will pass here. They go over the middle for Jean-Louis. He breaks a Kenzie Durant tackle. Juice Campbell giving chase, but he's going to take it all the way. 71-yard touchdown for Angelo Jean-Louis. And Marshall just retakes the lead just seconds after Marquette scores. No help there in the second level. Durant can't come down with the tackle. And Juice Campbell is not catching Jean-Louis, although he might have if the field was a little bit longer. A quick scoring drive there from the Thundering Herd. Marquette back out there, although they do have, I was going to say Sandy again. They do have Dylan Koufax And this wishbone set, he'll fake the give. And he keeps and just taken down for a loss. And these plays with Koufax, we were really hoping would have more of an impact, but they just haven't been able to get going. Now that sets Marquette back, a 2nd and 11 now, under 2 minutes in the half. They come out with 5 receivers this time. Haywood back to pass. And he goes for Thad Archibald at the sideline. A bad read there from Haywood as Corey Wilson jumped the route but just couldn't come down with the pick. 3rd and 11 now. Marquette looking to avoid a 3 and out and put it back in the hands of Rakeem Cato here towards the end of the half. Haywood back to pass. Over the middle for Shane Lytle. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. We're going to try and use the ref as a pick man. And Lytle chased down there. 45 yards. When in doubt, go for Shane Lytle. And that was kind of risky over the middle with a couple defenders in the area. And Lytle showing his quickness after the catch. Breaks the tackle. And a good gain there from the senior. We were trying to use the referee to set the pick downfield, but he moved out of the way, unfortunately. A dynamic play here from the Marquette offense. Finally some energy now. Less than a minute and a half now. Pinson in motion, still with 5 receivers out there. And Pinson's hit underneath, although he drops it. Haywood now in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Sits in the pocket. Almost had Cooper there, but Derek Thomas gets a hand in there to break up the pass. Now a 3rd down. This is another one of those spots where I kind of talk about it might be a 4-down territory for us because Mackey can't hit from this vicinity, but also you don't want to punt from this spot either. But they will elect to pass here, 3rd and 10. Haywood on the run, gets Jonathan Thomas, a good pass there. Thomas moving forward, he works his way to the 6. Another clutch 3rd down conversion there. You don't really see Haywood working out of structure too often. And Thomas able to extend the route, just barely catches that one as it was just inches from hitting the ground. Thomas has been kind of silent this year, but pretty reliable when called upon. 12 first downs already here in the first half for Marquette. Now a minute left in the half, 1st and goal. And they'll give here for Storm Norwood. Good blocking to the left side. Let's see if he can win the edge. And he's brought down, but he does pick up 4, working down to about the 1.5 yard line. Now they'll snap it here with 20 seconds left. They give here for Dowling, and he stops short. Marquette going to take their first timeout. 2 downs to get 1 yard. Dowling 29 yards on 7 carries, and of course our lone touchdown so far. Now we'll see Theo Briggs and Jeff Harris. Briggs will get the carry. An easy touchdown for Theo Briggs, and Marquette will tie it up here right before the half. 9 seconds left for Marshall. They do have all their timeouts. Time for a couple DPs from Cato. But Marquette's offense moving the ball well here. Of course, that turnover earlier might come back to haunt us. Now, Mackey on the kickoff, and you certainly don't want to let Marshall get some steam here. That's only going to be fielded from about the 5. A good chance here for Schuler. Breaks the tackle, still going. And then that's Scott Dixon, our JUCO tight end, brings him down. So 3 seconds, that does kill some good amount of clock. And it's going to be 1 play here for Cato. Just run out in the prevent, and hopefully we don't get exposed here. You wouldn't expect it. Cato's just going to launch this one up. And that's caught by Schuler, but not quite as chance. Pelland out there knocks it free. An exciting half of football. Each side's making big plays, and we're tied up 14-14. Marquette and Marshall both have a bowl berth in mind, and it's going to take a strong second half from either side if they want to pull away here. And Marquette does get the ball to start the half, and we kind of need that. Juice Campbell will take this one out of the end zone. Good blocking here as he's taking down a shoestring tackle, and he had some space up the sideline. Now the Golden Eagles take over from the 21. Tyson Bolt in the backfield to open. And he will get the carry. And good run there up the middle by Bolt. He picks up 8. 2nd and 2 now. Now Norwood in the backfield. Haywood will pass here. Marshall brings pressure, and that's going to be a clip. I saw Jonathan Thomas there. Commits the penalty, and Shane Lytle had another nice grab there. Obviously our most reliable target in the passing game. And these clipping calls, you got to turn down the slider. I'll get to it eventually, I promise. And Thomas, he's committed a bunch of penalties this season, wiping out a good amount of big plays for this team. Now 2nd and 4, they come out in 22 with 2 backs, 2 tight ends. Theo Briggs to give to the left. And he's brought down just 1 yard. And now a 3rd and 3 for Marquette. Definitely don't want the opening drive of the second half to stall out here. Haywood back to pass. Goes over for Pinson at the sideline. An easy first down. And Marquette moving the chains. 1st and 10 now. Marquette play action. And Haywood just throws that one away. 2nd and 10 after a Jake Haywood throwaway. He'll drop back here. That's over for Jonathan Thomas. Intercepted by Thomas on the screen. And I saw the press and I should have audibled. But I just stuck to it. Mistake on my part. We turn it over again. And Marshall with prime real estate here. They take over at the 34 in prime striking territory. Bonehead mistakes in this game, but what are you going to do? It's all a process. 1st and 10 for Marshall. Cato back to pass. Goes for Fraunefeld right over the middle, wide open, and he drops that one. 2nd and 10 now. Marshall with 2 backs in the backfield. They will pass. Cato nothing open, and he's sacked. I think it's Gavin Battaglia again, and of course it is. Good pressure downfield, and finally we were able to crash down. Good finesse move there by Battaglia, and he finishes. Sets up a 3rd and 16 now. On these last couple Marshall drives, Marquette doing a good job of driving them back and giving them tough 3rd downs. Cato back to pass. Dumps that off for Thomas. Johnson misses a tackle, though he trips up Thomas, and that's up to the 33 now. Marshall now on for the 50-yard field goal to take the lead. There are 8-mile-per-hour winds, I believe, to the right. I'm not sure if that's east or west from this point. That's wide right. And this is still a tie ball game. Nothing doing after the interception. Just Haywood's 6th interception of the season. We've done a pretty good job at limiting those, although in some games we've had a lot of, not a lot, but some that were dropped. So numbers skewed a little bit as Briggs gets the carry. Just picks up a couple up the middle. 2nd and 8 now. Dexter Dowling in the backfield. Haywood a quick dump off there for Cooper. And a 13-yard reception towards midfield for Grant Cooper. 1st and 10 now. 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. Good block there picked up by Jeff Harris at fullback as Tyson Bolt is leveled. Although he does pick up 5. Bolt got absolutely drilled on that run. Still out there though. Showing some good toughness. 2nd and 5 now. Haywood back to pass. Swings that out for Grant Cooper again. Shane Lytle picking up a block as Cooper picks up 7, a 1st down. Now Norwood rotates into the game. He'll get an outside carry. Makes a man miss there, one-on-one. Still going up the sideline to the 10. Gets to the 6-yard line. A good rush there outside by Storm Norwood. Marquette picking up some big plays now after kind of a dull first quarter, second quarter or so. Kind of froze a man there with the stutter step as he cut left. A good run there by Storm. And I want to know, who's your favorite running back on this team? We have 4 guys, obviously, that we've kind of rotated in. Are you more of a Storm Norwood guy, Tyson Bolt, Dexter Dowling, or Theo Briggs? Let me know in the comments. Now Haywood play action here inside the inside the 5, but it was actually at the 6 as we're sacked there. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of trying to make it a little more difficult inside the red zone, inside the 5. You know, it's kind of just easy to rely on the run pounded in, so I'm just kind of trying to make it a little more difficult, although it will come back to bite us as it's been proven in this game. Now that backs us up to the 16, 2nd and goal. Haywood will line up directly under center. 2 tight ends out there. Haywood back to pass. That's Jonathan Thomas over the middle. A nice grab away from his body. Picks up 10. And we're back at the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal now. Marquette looks like they'll be aggressive here. And they will drop back for the pass. There's Shane Lytle, and he drops it in the end zone. And now a 4th and goal. We had, going back to the Louisville game, I think it was the overtime where Lytle had a chance to catch a touchdown to win it in overtime, but he dropped it like right at the goal line. We had to settle for a field goal. And now we'll try out Dylan Mackey for the 23-yard attempt. And that's up and good as Marquette takes the lead now, 17-14. Although a missed opportunity down here this deep in Marshall territory. But we'll still take the points, and we'll certainly take the lead as well. Now less than 2 minutes left here in the third. Now Rakeem Cato and the Thundering Herd take back over, now trailing in this game. A fake as Cato keeps, and Daniel Armstrong read that to perfection and stops him in the backfield. Good run discipline there and a good finish on the tackle. We've kind of struggled in this game tackling. Now 2nd and 12. Cato back for another pass. Looks like they'll try and set up another screen. As Kevin Grooms, I thought that was Watson. Kevin Grooms, a good run out there in space. Now 3rd and 4. Marshall sets back up out of the hurry up. 3rd and 4 here. Cato back to pass. He's being chased and just has to get rid of that one. Almost had his man there at the sideline, but off balance there, out of structure. A tough throw. And a lot of pressure breaking down here. Marshall's offensive line not really doing a good job in pass protection. As they're forced to punt now, Marquette could extend this lead a little bit. And this will be fielded by Pinson from the 22. A good block there by Tyler Black. Pinson works to the left. He's brought down, but a nice 21-yard return from him. Now 1st and 10, Koufax in the game at quarterback. Marshall brings pressure. He'll just roll out and swoops upfield for 3. Very unorthodox play there. I mean, we're just trying to mix some things up, just not be so stale, week to week. Now 2nd and 7. Haywood back to pass. And a bad throw there in coverage. Not sure what we were thinking on that one. An easy interception dropped there by A.J. Leggett. And Marquette lives to see another down. 3rd and 7 now for the Golden Eagles. 5 receivers out there. Pinson in motion. And he'll get the call here. Although it's stopped short of flag. And we'll see what this is. And it's going to be a clipping call, of course. What do you know? Now Eddie Stevens on for the punt. Trying to pin him back. Haven't really been too good with punts so lately. Although our first punt with Stevens to start the year was down at the 1-yard line. This one pretty decent. It's going to be inside the 5. Hopefully it bounces out of bounds. And it doesn't quite make it. Bounce for a touchback. And that was just inches away from being another phenomenal punt from Stevens. Marshall gets the ball right back as they look to answer, trying to tie it up or even take the lead. 24 seconds left here in the third. A quick screen there for Fronefel, and a good play there crashing down. I'm not quite sure who that was. I think it might have been Kenny Johnson, freshman cornerback. Now Cato back to pass. Swings that out for the tight end again. Juice Campbell misses, and now Fronefel. Easy yardage upfield, and we're just being outman there. I don't know what we were doing there in tackling. And that's going to bring us into the fourth quarter now. Marquette sporting a small 3-point lead, and Marshall driving, looking to tie it up or even take the lead here. Fronefel, there you see that pass there, and we just missed a couple tackles. Now Marshall at the 37. Cato out there empty. We haven't seen that much from Marshall in this game. We go for the sideline. That's King, and 3 yards there for Jazz King. 2nd and 7 now for Marshall. Cato scrambles. Breaks the Dante Chambers tackle, then slides down to the 10, or is that the 15? Veteran play there from Cato. Nothing downfield. Scrambles for the first down. Now he goes to the sideline for King, and they hook up for just another couple on that one. 2nd and 8 now inside the 15. Cato there for the tight end again. A good hit there by Juice Campbell. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I think that was Kenny Johnson. Again, we don't see him too much. But a good stick there, although he does allow the catch. Now 3rd and 3. Cato back to pass. And he's going to have to throw that one away through the uprights. That's going to force a 4th down. A good stand there for Marquette as they force the field goal. The Thundering Herd going for the tie. Kick is up, and that is good. Marshall ties it up. 6:11 now left in the fourth quarter. Let's see if Marquette can answer. Marquette punted their last time out. Let's see how this drive gets engineered. They come out with 3 tight ends and a fullback. And Theo Briggs gets the carry. A good rush from him as he picks up 5. Now 2nd and 5. And I think I may have mentioned it in a last episode, but I just like kind of mix up the play calling. I'll do my own thing here for a little bit, then I'll just go to ask the coach and just mix it up that way. That way I'm just not calling the same plays over and over, because I do kind of like my own. I like certain personnel, certain formations, but I want to mix it up and like just keep the integrity of this dynasty. So first down now, Marquette from the 37. Dowling in the backfield, and Marquette has been very well, especially Haywood, at engineering these late game drives here in close games this season, something we struggled with last year. A good stop and go from Dowling, and he's been freezing men in one-on-one situations this game. 40 yards for him so far. Dowling's still out there, and he'll get the give. Redirects upfield, but too late as Marshall read that one pretty well. No gain, 2nd and 10 now. Haywood now out there empty, Bolt lined up as a wide receiver. Haywood just dumps that down for Randall Darby. His first catch of the game. He's absolutely leveled, although he does pick up 6, now 3rd and 3, and that was a hard hit. That's a nice welcome to the game for Darby. Now 3rd and 3 from the Golden Eagles. And they'll give for Storm Norwood. He cuts back, but falls over. And it looks like Marquette's going to have to punt here. Not an ideal situation here in Marshall territory, but you can't risk turning it over on downs at this point in the game. Stevens back out to punt. Let's see if we could pin them inside the 5 this time. That's going to bounce from the 10. And it just gets out at the 1. Let's go. I get more pumped for those coffin corner punts than I do for a nice like 50-yard touchdown pass. A safety would certainly be nice here. We still have yet to record a safety in this dynasty. Cato in the shotgun, and he'll get for Grooms, and no gap integrity here from Marquette as Grooms scampers ahead for 19 and gives them some much needed breathing room. Just his 2nd carry of the game. I certainly didn't mean to come out in the dime package on that last play. I didn't even notice. Frontifel, a 4-yard grab there at the sideline. 3:32 now. And Grooms, a strong stiff arm on Davin Rice. Get off me. But I believe that was Durant able to clean it up. Still a first down here for Marshall. Cato back under center now in the shotgun from the 35. They'll set up a screen here for Grooms. And he's hit hard by Juice Campbell. A nice stick from our corner. And I was hoping that was going to jar the ball loose. 2nd and 7 now, just over 3 minutes left in the game. Cato back to pass. He has a man there. That's Jean-Louis, and he drops it. That would have been a nice first down, some good extra yardage, but a drop there as that brings up a 3rd and 7 now. And a nice route there by Frontifel. Wow, I did not expect that. Good catch there at the sideline. And Frontifel is stealing the show here. 8 catches, 96 yards. And that's probably the most impactful tight end performance we've gone against thus far. Less than 3 now. Fresh set of downs for Marquette. I'm sorry, for Marshall. I knew I was going to mix that up at some point. Gavin Battaglia, a nice play getting over. Limits that to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 now for the Thundering Herd. Cato back to pass. And he finds Jean-Louis there. Looks like Rice was there in coverage, but good placement by Cato. And Jean-Louis, 88 yards. Of course, he had that big touchdown earlier. 1st and 10 now. Marshall driving down the field. And Cato keeps. Trucks over Chambers and then brought down by Thurman. And Cato has been very efficient running the ball in this game. Cato back to pass now. Everyone from Marquette went to the other side of the field. Although Durant's there to bring him down. Just 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now. Just over 2 minutes now left in the 4th. Cato in the shotgun. Takes the snap. And Durant giving way too much cushion there to Jazz King. He picks up another 4, just eating away. 18 yards on 5 catches for Jazz King. 3rd and 2 now. Each team in goal line formations. Is that a false start? That would be a pretty crucial false start as it is. And instead of 3rd and 2, that's going to make it 3rd and 7. And what a dramatic change there. Going from the goal line set, now they come out with 4 receivers. 3rd and 7. Cato back to pass. And he throws that one away. A good defensive stand here from Marquette. And a crucial penalty there by the offensive line. That's going to force Marshall to settle for a field goal attempt. The field goal is up and it's good. Marshall takes the lead here, 20-17. But Marquette, plenty of time, 2 timeouts. And as I said earlier, we've had some good late game drives this season. Not so much last season, but we have improved in that area. And that's going to go for a touchback. Marquette will take over from the 20. The Golden Eagles now take over from the 25, trailing by 3 late in this game. Haywood changes the play at the line. And not very wise. That'll go down for a 3-yard loss. Not a good start to this drive. Good read there by Evan McKelvey. 2nd and 13 now. Less than a minute and a half. Haywood takes the snap out of the shotgun. There's Grant Cooper. And he'll stiff arm a man out of bounds. 3rd and 1 now. Just short. Now Storm Norwood the lone back on this 3rd and 1. He gets the give. He'll pick up the first down as he's leveled. Some hard hits here delivered by Marshall. But that will stop the clock for now. Now just 1:05 left. Marshall from the Marquette mixed it up again from the 36. Haywood rolls to his right. Nothing open downfield. Just run to the sideline as he's tackled there after picking up 5. So that'll stop the clock. Marquette now at the 41. Tyson Bolt out there, although he is not in the backfield. He'll get the target there, makes the catch, and a 12-yard catch there for Tyson Bolt. He has been pretty good as a receiver so far when in that role. Time ticking down here. Marquette still with 2 timeouts. Haywood still in the empty set. He'll take the snap here. He's going to go downfield. There's Jordan Pinson, and he can't out-body his man downfield, and that'll fall for an incompletion. 2nd and 10 now, just 41 seconds left in the game. Marquette at the 47. Haywood another pass here. Goes up for Shane Lytle, and Lytle couldn't jump for that one. A little over his head. Haywood, you got to remember he's a little on the smaller side. 3rd and 10 now. Of course, you're in 4-down territory at this point. And you probably need like 20 yards to get in Dylan Mackey's field goal range. 5 receivers out here for Marquette. Haywood back to pass. There's Pinson open underneath. And Marquette will call a timeout. Now just 1 remaining. A 4th and 5 upcoming. And it really all comes down to this play. Marquette needs to stay alive here with a conversion. Haywood takes a snap. Do or die here for the Golden Eagles. He'll go there for Thad Archibald. And Archibald picks up the first down. Marquette will now hurry to the line. Probably need like 10 more yards to get in Mackey's field goal range. Haywood a quick snap here. And he's sacked. He's brought down deep in the pocket. And Marquette has to take their final timeout. And that's just a disastrous result. And now it really just comes down to chucking it downfield and hoping we can get a play. So a crucial sack there. And now Marquette backed up 17. Not even in Marshall territory at this point. Haywood will take the snap. Desperate for something here. He'll go down for Thad Archibald. And he was open. But a good play there by Derek Thomas. His 3rd pass deflection of the game. He also has an interception. And he's made a huge impact here for the Thundering Herd. Now 17 seconds here. Marquette tapped out of all their timeouts. Haywood takes the snap. And he's sacked again. Marshall, I think that might have been a blitz, a corner blitz perhaps by A.J. Leggett. And that's pretty much going to do it here. Marquette's not going to have enough time to get back unless we can maybe snap one here. And it looks like we will get a snap off. 4th and 39. Let's see what we can do. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. Haywood up. That's for Pinson at the sideline. That's going to fall incomplete as the Marshall Thundering Herd win here at home 20-17. Marquette's 3-game win streak snapped. And Marshall, they had a very strong performance, a very tough team. A couple turnovers here certainly didn't help our cause, but another great performance here from Cato. Back-to-back very good games for him. And Marshall now 6 games in a row that they've won after dropping their first 3 of the season. Marquette falls to 5-4, and we have 3 games left to clinch a bowl berth. We need just 1 win. Next week we're on the road at Tulane, and then following that we'll have Senior Day against Southern Alabama. A good game here in Huntington, although Marquette falls 20-17, and we're now 5-4 on the season. I'll see you back at the studio for some recruiting news. All right, I know that game kind of took probably a little bit longer than most games do. I think teams that run the hurry up, it kind of extends the game a little bit. So we'll just do a quick recruiting update as promised here. And Robert Williamson, our top target in this entire recruiting cycle, still uncommitted. We trail Minnesota by 155, the 45th ranked corner out of Hopkins, Minnesota. And we're trying to snatch him away from in-state. Very good ratings and coverage, a good athlete, and he would come in from day one and make an impact for us. He's still set to visit Ball State, I believe, this week, although we're not too worried about them. It's really just us in Minnesota at this point, although Ball State and Miami of Ohio are still in the running. We've only been able to commit one offensive lineman. We wanted to bring in 3 in this cycle. David Cotton, we trail by NIU right now, and I think he hasn't even visited with them yet, so we might take a hit here for David Cotton. And we'll just hope that this recruitment kind of trickles into the offseason and we're able to just pour in some resources to him at that point. We needed a linebacker in this cycle, and James Johnson looks like he's ready to commit any day now. William Culver, we got locked out. And then we did commit a corner this week, which we'll review shortly, but we still want to bring in another DB or 2, assuming we, along with Williamson, hoping that we get him. So Mike Carroll we offered, but although we haven't offered Larry Campbell yet, we're kind of waiting it out to see what happens with Williamson. Justin Hill, a 79 overall offensive tackle we added in late. We kind of just allowed ourselves to add in a couple late recruits. We missed out on a lot of linemen, so we needed to make up for that. And Hill, he was uncertain. His percentage was very low, so we kind of went in on him. And he's within our rules. He's not a 4 or 5 star. He's not outside of our region. So he is acceptable to recruit, although, being a 79 overall, I feel kind of funny about that. I don't know if we're quite ready to be bringing in players of that caliber. So I am going to recruit him. I'm not going to offer him quite yet. Let me know in the comments. Do you think it's unrealistic, kind of against the ethics of this dynasty to, pursue a player of his caliber already? Or do you think we're okay? Let me know what you think about that. I'm still kind of weary. These guys, 64 overall, they're all within the same recruiting criteria I'm trying to abide by, but it's just, kind of different when this guy's a 15 overall improvement over these guys, Burton and Hamilton. But now we'll get into some commits. Antonio Carr, a 72 overall D-end. He was part of our initial recruiting process. He was already interested, so that's why we pursued him. Just overall block shedding is good. Tackling good as well. And he's going to be a very good prospect for us. 33rd D-end out of Germantown, Wisconsin. Very good size at 6'5", 252. And we beat a bunch of Power 5 schools for Antonio Carr. We brought in Jerry Jones and Mike Johnson in last cycle, 2 D-ends. So within the next year or two, we'll have a very good 3 D-end rotation. Darquez Goddard is graduating this year, and then Barry Barber will graduate following next year. We also get Aaron Clark, the 96th ranked corner out of Quincy, Illinois, 5'11", 185, and his recruitment was pretty easy. He's kind of similar to Williamson, decent coverage ratings already, and decent athlete, although in that department not quite as good as Williamson. We get another quarterback commit here. I'll go down first to Greg Walker, who we brought in our initial haul of commits. Walker, he's a balanced quarterback, 78 throw power, 78 accuracy, decent athleticism. And compared to Jackson, he's the same overall. They're both 69s, but Jackson, a little bit stronger arm, better speed, but not as good agility or acceleration. Jackson, the 22nd quarterback out of Auburn Hills, Michigan, 6 foot 210. And then Walker, 6'2", 206 out of Carbondale, Illinois. They're going to battle along with Ruben Brown for the starting quarterback job next year with the departures of Koufax and Haywood. And then we got our first receiver commit of the series, Kevin Coleman, 6 foot 186 out of Estherville, Iowa, 56 receiver on the board, and labeled a balanced receiver, and that just really fits him to a T. Doesn't really do anything super well, but doesn't really have any major weaknesses besides his agility at 69. That's a huge liability. But catching, route running, release, all pretty decent already, and he'll be a 66 overall when he steps onto campus. Mark Henry, athlete out of Decatur, Illinois, and we beat NIU for him. And he's likely going to be a safety for us. I do love that spin move and juke move, 87, 92, 81 elusiveness, so he could be a receiver, but we need defensive players. Like in this class so far, we have 10 commits, and 9 of them are on offense. So desperate to get, or actually 8 of them are on. No, I guess 7 of them are on offense, but we got 2 more defensive commits this week. But before that, we only had the one, Mark Henry, and he wasn't even a pure defensive player, but his tackle 75, hit power 71. I really like him as a strong safety, and I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to end up putting Mark Henry. Craig Jones, a running back. I think we talked about him previously, along with Kenneth Pope. 2 2-stars, nothing crazy, but some guys to add some depth and fill some spots here on the roster. Then Marquise Cole, our only offensive line commit thus far, 2-star, and then Dusty Alexander. So far, the highest rated player we've been able to bring into the program, 299 on the national board. So that's just a little recruiting update. Again, let me know what you think about Justin Hill. Is it fair to recruit him, or am I kind of pushing the limits a little bit this early on? Only in year 2 going for a player of his caliber. So we don't have many more commits left. Of course, we'd like to get Williamson and Cotton, this linebacker, who will probably commit next week. But other than that, we really just need to bring in more linemen and maybe a defensive tackle here, Jeff Hamilton. But other than that, we've pretty much filled the needs we needed to fill this offseason. And we're in pretty good shape now. Just 3 games left. Senior Day will be not next week against Tulane, but the weekend or the week after. And then hopefully at that point we'll kind of secure a bowl berth. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. It really means a lot to me. I'm having a lot of fun with this Marquette Dynasty, and I'm glad you're enjoying it as well. So, as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.